Alright, this first poem's called If Only Just For Now. It's a little bit more serious, and the second one's a little later, I hope. Yesterday my shadow and I sat a spell. It was smoking, I was writing. It was drinking, I was lassoing and tying the legs of various frenzied thoughts amidst the roar of a stadium with multiple awarenesses. Night came and went, and as the sun crept like a lost and found regiment of reinforcements, the last of my shadow neared my ear and whispered, came forth a murmur from lips enameled with a resin of spirits and smoke. Sleep, dear boy, come away cleanly. Let us rest. And as the trying fingers of the light massaged my shadow away, I arose and shuddered like a horse clad in Van Gogh yellow morning, whimsically made game by clouds of irrelevant carnivorous flies. And picking up the quill, I returned to the dance of the living. But I've glossed over the woes of midnight, you see. For as the light recedes farther into the bosom of her horizon, we are so overwhelmed by our shadows that when come noontime the dark huddles between our restless feet, we must find a tiny crevice in the day from which to curse our shadows. And in these moments, let it be that we may grin at the plenitude of our luck, if only so be it for just now. Thank you. This one is sort of about how the other day for philosophy class we were given a document called Guidelines for the Non-Sexist Use of Language. And I realize it's a bit of a touchy subject. So I'll just start off. Students of philosophy, which is to say students in the academic... Today we, students of philosophy, forgive me, they're paying me for the minute here, so just give me a second, sorry. Today we, students of philosophy, which is to say students in the academic sense, or perhaps we are also inclined towards the study of philosophy to varying accredited degrees, received from our respective professors, mine happens to be a female, an article titled Guidelines for the Non-Sexist Use of Language, which we are to read, or at the very least, we are to understand the core concepts of this article, which is, as you might expect, that the word man does not constitute mankind, and should therefore only be used when describing biologically male human beings in the interest of academic clarity, and the deflation of bias which may slip unnoticed into our written words and by deduction into our thoughts. And of course I can appreciate the message that the use of the word man as a term which is to encompass all of mankind surely exploits an irrelevant distinction between the sexes. But I'm afraid those guys on the Committee on the Status of Women in the Profession have far too much time on their hands. Cheers.